Hello and welcome to Mary's Farm Disc Golf in Victoria, British Columbia. This is round 1, front 9 action of stop number 7 from the 2020 Island Series. And it is July 10th of 2021. We did have a 9-month delay due to COVID and restrictions on tournament play, and everyone is so excited to be back out here. A huge thanks to Formation Disc Golf Design for the incredible drone footage we'll be using throughout this video. And that comes from Andrew Leyland, who's one of the players on our feature card today. It's going to be a great time. And for anyone who's played this course, it's going to be great to see these guys shredding it up out here. And speaking of our players, let's go ahead and meet them now. Got Hector Diakow from Westholme, BC, excited to play. David Simmons from Victoria, who calls Mary's Farm his home course. We've got the aforementioned Andrew Leyland, also from Victoria, BC. And we've got Joah Chlopan from Salt Spring Island, the Shirtless Wonder. Hole 1 is a par 3, 273 feet, although I think it feels more like 350. It's just a straight shot at the pin. Most players go for a bit of a hyzer, but if you get too much hyzer, you'll be coasting down that hill and looking at a 100-foot upshot. Up first we have David Simmons. And this is what I'm talking about. If you get a little too much hyzer on that, it just floats down the face of that hill and leaves you with a much longer feeling upshot than you're hoping for, especially on the first hole. Let's see if Andrew can fare any better here. And looks like Andrew's gonna be down there with David. Again, looking at a little bit of a tough upshot from that direction. This is what you want to do. A little more flat, a little more direct, and there you go. You get the backstop of the logs. Beautiful, beautiful drive from Joah. And Hector follows suit with a beautiful drive of his own. Again, just using that log to stop it from rolling too far. Got a beautiful day out here at Mary's. We're lucky to be playing around. It's a great day for disc golf. And you can see that it does. I think that Andrew and David look like they're laying up here, but I think they're both going for it, and it's actually a really tough putt shooting uphill like that. Joah with a great opportunity for a birdie here. He's not happy with the putt, but he's happy with the result. And that's a great way to start off a tournament. Birdie on the first hole. And a couple of these players don't play Mary's Farm too often. And I think Hector may be feeling a little bit of the pressure from having a film crew there. That's a unfortunate missed opportunity there. He's got a par though, nothing to worry about. Only losing one stroke to Joah. And Andrew and David tap in for easy pars here. Hole 2, par 3, 392. Just a standard downhill shot with a hyzer finish at the end. But Mary's Farm, the wind gets a little swirly. Sometimes, you get a tailwind, you'll hyzer out early and be really short, and sometimes you got a headwind that'll turn you over and send you way right, and you're looking at a 150-foot crossfield upshot. Let's see what the wind's doing today. And this is just looking pretty good. Ooh, a little bit of a skip. A little bit too much there. He's going to be looking at trying to play through trees to get back up to the pin. David, I think, had that a little too high. I faded out a little early on him. But he should have an easy upshot from there. Andrew turns this one over a little bit. It's got to finish. It needs a lot more fade. He leaves himself out there a little bit. But unobstructed, easy approach. And this is looking really nice. That's got a good fade on it. Maybe just a tad long, but that was a perfect shape. That's what you're looking for on this hole. And Joe pitches up through there, no problem. Long putt attempt here for Andrew, maybe 70 feet even, I don't know. It was far. David a little forehand flick to get out of the bushes, and he's up there, no problem. Hector, I would say, looking at 30 feet here. Oh, just on the basket again. Nobody? So nobody picking up the birdie here. Everyone just tapping in for some pars. Hole 3, par 3, 370 feet. We've got OB at the fence line on the left. We've got OB long and OB surrounding the pin. It is dangerous to go for the pin off of the tee. A lot of players will play straight out in the field and give themselves just a long putt or an upshot. But in tournament play, these guys are going to be going for it. And Joah sends his laser beam right in there and parks it 2 feet from the basket. Wow, that's an amazing play. David's got this a little bit high. He's going to get a little too much fade. Oh, and I think he does. He meets the out of bounds. Andrew's not happy with this out of his hand. And rightly so. That's deep, deep out of bounds. I don't even know if he's going to get that disc back. That's nothing but blackberries back there. It's nasty. Everyone being enticed to go for it after seeing Joah's drive. And Hector, and he's safe. He stays in. Andrew missing that. He's going to have to settle for a bogey here. I'm sure he's not happy with that. Same with David, too. Thinking this is calling this his home course. I'm sure he was hoping to keep it in bounds there. See if Hector can get his birdie. And he doesn't. Joah, easy tap in birdie. No problem for him. Hector with his par. And Andrew and David are going to be tapping in for bogeys here. Hole 4, another par 3. In fact, they're all par 3 here at Mary's Farm. It's 269 feet. We've got OB at the fence line all the way on the right-hand side, all the way to the pin. Going OB off the drive will take you to the drop zone, and from there on, it's just point of entry. You might do an Anheuser shot here. You might just go straight at it like Joe is doing, which most players do not because of the low ceiling at the green itself. Most players will go for the Anheuser backhand or, as Hector's showing us here, forehand. Forehand is popular play with the more skilled of us, but it's dangerous because you can go roll right towards the OB. and he stays safe. I like the Anheuser shot because if you use the right disc, you'll have the fade back to the left at the end, and you don't have to worry about the rolling out of bounds like David just showed us there. Keeping it low gives you a big skip, and Andrew also skips out of bounds. So they both will be proceeding to the drop zone, which is still another scary shot because it's so dangerous. If you're going for it, you could be going OB. Luckily, Andrew and David did not go OB from their drop zone attempts, but they will be picking up bogeys here and matching scores through the first 4 holes. Now, you might think that taking relief on such a short shot is a little bit silly. But I mean, if you're in a tournament, you don't want to be in an awkward stance. So play it safe. Hole 5, par 3, 232 feet. You've got a little bit of a low ceiling off the tee. You've got a low ceiling at the pin. The play is to just straight hyzer shot, fade it in. I don't see anyone doing anything but just a straight backhand with either a putter or a mid-range here. And that's the shot right there. Exactly that. Joah making it look easy. The shot itself is not hard, but these bushes that are right over your head and extending about 10 feet out towards the front of the tee box make it intimidating. If you're throwing the correct shot, they shouldn't be a factor at all, but they're in your head. There's no doubt about it. And then there's a little bit of a grass on the rise right in front of David that you can see here. And so you've got these bits that are playing with your brain as you're trying to throw. These guys all getting in there nice and easy. Even if you get in there to where Andrew now is and David threw as well, you usually have a good shot through there. It looks a little bit tricky, but it's not. This is tricky when you're long. You've got a low ceiling coming in, and Hector showing that it's tough to get the putt at the right height there. And great putt from Andrew to get his birdie. Easy birdie for Joah. And David tapping in for a birdie, and again keeping pace with Andrew here and having the same scorecard. And Hector just struggling to get those birdies in. He's given himself opportunities, but... Hole 6, par 3, 245. It is an island hole. If you don't make the island, it plays as a hazard. You take a stroke penalty. If you go long and go OB, there is a drop zone. And Joe's shot's looking great here, and go in! Oh, wow. He almost got that in. That was amazing. That's a great drive. As I was saying, that's what you want. That's the perfect drive right there. You keep it low, you keep it kind of straight, but you do want to fade in there. And that was perfect. A lot of players opt for the forehand. And this is looking great from David, too. Oh, that's a perfect skip. I think he's even closer than Joah there. This looks a little wide. Needs to fade. Oh, and he just misses. So it is a hazard. He'll play it from there. He'll be able to save his par if he makes the putt. And Hector getting great ground play. That's just an easy tap in. That's a no question birdie there. And Andrew able to save his par after missing the island. He'll be happy with that. And it looks like the rest of the card here all getting their birdies. And now Andrew and David finally have a different scorecard. And as David thanks the crowd. Hole 7. It's OB all along the right side on the fence. There is OB to the left, but it is far down there, but the problem is it's way down there. We've got kind of a cliffside running all the way down the left side. There is OB long of the pin, and the pin is sunken in this little kind of basin. It is just a straight hyzer shot, but that cliff on the left-hand side does play with your head, making it harder than it needs to be. As we can see here for Joah, throwing a little too low, not wanting to take any risks, and catching some of the cabbage on the right-hand side there and knocking him down. Ooh, this is what you don't want. Oh, with a bad kick too. And he does find the OB way down the hill. OB off the drive does take him to the drop zone, so he'll actually be in a better place than if he just went and played from where his disc ended up. And this is the absolute perfect shot. Even our spotter getting excited there. And we need to say thanks to all the volunteers and the tournament director, Terps, and everyone else who helped put this together for us today. And of course, thanks to Mary's Farm and Owen and Tanya for all their help and for letting us play here, and to Mary. It was a great day of disc golf. And these guys showing us some really good skills here. And that's just a great birdie there from Andrew. Hector with his easy tap in. And unfortunately with that OB, that'll give David another bogey, putting him back into a positive score of +1. Hole 8, 248 feet. It is uphill. A lot of players play forehand or an anhyzer to get to it. From what I've seen from Joah, I expect he'll just be throwing directly straight at it. But we've got a new person on the tee box first, and we've got Hector throwing first this time. And goes with the forehand. And that's pretty much how you draw it up. For these guys, they're making it look easy, just straightforward hole for these guys. Joah actually going with the forehand. And he goes a little bit wide. That's going to be a little bit of a tricky putt from there. He's got bushes in the way there. I really expected him to just do backhand straight at it. I have seen a lot of people playing the hyzer line, although it's a lot narrower and harder to hit. So yeah, as suspected. He's got to straddle out and go over this bush. Oh, and he nails it. That's a great birdie. We need to see that again. Come on. Look at that. Over the bush. Right into the heart of the chains. There was no doubt out of his hand. That was awesome. Again, these guys making this hole look easy. And with that, we've got ourselves a star frame here. I don't know if that's a copyrighted term or not, but those guys all getting their birdies. Hole 9, actually the tee pad has changed since these drone flyovers were taken. Hole 9 is actually 265 feet and now plays from behind the tree because its old tee location kind of puts you in line of getting hit when your people are playing for hole 8. So let's change things up a little bit. It forces a big hyzer around this big tree, and if you get caught in those branches, they are not forgiving. It will knock you straight down. It does not let you through, as we saw just happen to Hector there. Finding just the right balance of height and distance from that tree. Oh, this looks great. This is what you want. This is exactly what you want. It's too easy to play a little too flat and a little too straight and end up over here where Joah is, a little bit wide. And with this elevated basket, It's a scary, scary putt from there. David's got that a little wide. He had the height, but yeah, just not enough. And he's not happy with that. And that's a great approach there. That'll be an easy tap in for Hector. David says, it's so close, I just want to go for it, but he knows better, and he just pitches up. I think Joah's actually lining up for the putt. He went for it. Now he's got a tough comeback here. Oh, he's going with a turbo. And he does it! And actually, if you think about it, turbo is the right putt to use here. With an elevated basket like this, it's tough throwing up towards it. And if you miss, you can be carrying far away. But with the turbo, you kind of put the disc on the same level as the basket, so it's just going down the whole time, and it makes a lot of sense. Easy tap in for David. And one for Hector as well. And that'll do it for our front nine coverage. We've got Joah at -6 after 9 holes. And easily in the lead. 2 shots over Hector. Hector made a good comeback after a little bit of a struggle at the start. Make sure to come back and join us for the back nine coverage. And if you like what we're doing here on the Disc Golf Buddies and you want to see more coverage like this, you gotta let us know. Leave a comment below if you like this kind of format over the highlight style format I've been doing. And make sure to like, subscribe, and share and do all that stuff. Let us know the love. We'll see you out there.